So take me to that dressing room, man. It's the week, like the fight is here.
Yeah.
More interviews than you've ever done, more press, more pressure than you've ever had up to this point. What was it like 10 minutes before you getting ready to walk? They say, hey, this your walk time. You hear the crowd. Like, was the pressure tangible?
I mean, I didn't have many fans in the room that night, you know, so it was like 18,000 like boos at the same time. And, you know, I'm standing at the edge of the tunnel and they're all like leaning down, like booing me, you know, this, that, and the third, just screaming. And it was a hostile environment. Like, I don't feel like it got to me like crazy, but it was a hostile environment, more than I had been used to, you know, obviously up until that point. So
how well did you manage that, like walking to that ring?
I feel like I managed it pretty well. Yeah, it wasn't, I don't mind being not liked. You know, that's a position I played for a long time in my life in boxing. You know, people looking at me as an outsider, people looking at me as someone who they don't believe in, they don't feel like can do this, they don't like me. So I played that part more than a few times in my life. So, but I will say that I did feel the hostility. I don't think it didn't crack me or nothing like that, but it was more than I had seen before.
Take me through the first couple rounds. What's working for you? What are you feeling and seeing from him?
First couple rounds, feeling good, boxing well, having, you know, quite a bit of success. You know, I think I've spoken to you before maybe about something that's happened in the fight, you know, and I don't really want to get into the finer details. You know, at some point, you know, 11th round, you know, he wound up getting to me and hit me with a big shot, hurting me, put me down. You know, I get up, want to continue. Obviously, I'm looking at the ref like, yeah. You know, he gets to me too quick again, hits me with another big shot, and I duck into an uppercut that I don't even see. And the ref waves it off, and he did the right thing. But obviously, you know, I stand right back up. I'm looking at him like, what are you doing? Like, you know, I want to keep fighting. But he did the right thing. You know, that's just, some fighters, that's just their DNA. You know, they just want to keep going. They're going to do that regardless.
But that first knockdown, you kind of stumbled to the ring. Were you cognizant? You knew where you were, and your legs just weren't there.
Yeah, no, I knew where I was, but my legs, I was just getting my legs up under me.
Yeah.
Ref said fight, and he got to me just a little too quick right after, and I didn't have a chance.
He ran at you.
Yeah.
He did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
He did what he was supposed to do. What was the first exchange you guys had after the fight? Like, what was said? Do you remember?
I mean, I see them videos. I can't remember personally, but
I feel you. I feel you.
Just you know, I had said that I'm sad, and you know, probably not my finest moment, but for one, I was concussed and not thinking straight, and two, I was sad. You know, that was me being honest. That's the real Caleb. You know, that I worked hard for something. I put a lot of work into it. Big camp, put a lot of money into my camp, a lot of sacrifice. You know, my whole life's work coming to one moment, and you know, I don't succeed at it. Obviously, that's going to be disappointing for someone who cares about winning, and who cares about competing. And you know, it slipped through my fingers, and that stings. You know, and so I felt like I let myself down. I felt like at the time, you know, I had let my team down, and so it had me. You know, I wasn't happy about it. I was sad. So
take me back to that 9th round, man.
So yeah, the conversation in the 9th round. After the first round, I'm looking over in between the rests, and he's standing up. He's not taking the stool. After the second round, he does it again, and I knew that he had done that to Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He showed up the whole fight,
trying to send a message.
He's like, yeah. I'm like, man, he's trying to play me. Like, you must really think, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Midway through the fight or so, maybe a little later, I start looking over. He's sitting on the stool.
Okay.
And to me, if you're gonna stand up, you got to stand up the whole fight.
Way. Yeah.
You can't stand up first 6 rounds and then sit down the next. You know, like, you got to stand on that. Yeah. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. Like, you thought it was going to be a cakewalk. You thought it was going to be sweet, and you know, you're finding out there's more difficult than that. And so in the fight, I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty good, huh? And a lot of people thought that I was really asking him, like, hey, am I good? Yeah. Am I good? But, you know, I'm saying sarcastically, like, I'm pretty good, huh?
It did kind of
sound pretty good,
like
huh?
That.
People thought, you know, he was going to whitewash me, and, you know, like, I wasn't going to have, you know, I was going to have 0 seconds of success in that fight. Yeah. And then when I'm having some success and, you know, things are going my way here and there in the first half of the fight, I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty good, huh? And he's like, yeah, you pretty good, but I'm pretty good too, or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, you pretty good, but just being a smart ass.
That's a cold exchange, though. It's crazy
Yeah.
they picked it up.
But I would never really ask somebody like, "Hey, Dre. Do you think I'm a good fighter? I'm pretty good, huh? Like, I'm a world champion.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an Olympic alternate. I'm a Golden Glove national champion. And in kickboxing, I got 5 world titles, 9 national titles. Like, been on Team USA all over the world. Like, I don't need to hear from anybody that I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So